against the Marshals. With that, we're off to San Antonio, where we remember the Alamo. We check in with our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Antonio Marshals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Strong left! Strong left! Lighten up, lighten up. Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6.
58, boys, 58, 58, point. It's our time.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run for the first time to Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
We got heavy. Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, landing! Blue, Detroit! Detroit! That's it now, Marty! Green, 39! Green, 39! All right, now, look at 56! Let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They're going to look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Calais Campbell's one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and playmaking ability.
This opening drive is taken into the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Hey, Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go.
Johnson on the counter. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd down following the run.
Stop right there. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Zebra.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Yards to go on 3rd.
Watch left. Set. Green, 39.
The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you just get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second down, Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Here we go.
There you go. Play action with Palmer. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. No man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. The 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll send the tight end in motion left.
All right, now look at
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Everyone's got 4 down.
We'll go with the keeper. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. And will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game. And that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Caught, right side, Gresham. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executing well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he's got Fitzgerald. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
They'll come out in the pistol. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Palmer. And incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here.
Tight end to the left, tight end left. Get ready. Blue 95. Zebra, zebra. Motion, motion, motion.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
And he motions the wide receiver. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming
Here
up.
we go now. 319. Leopard. No. Check.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Nice play, baby, nice play. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Two times. You got three down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's third down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 4th down. There's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. Muscles him off. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Six yards to go here on second down.
Tight right. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, Palmer. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Detroit! All right, now, look. No. Check. Here we go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield.
3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice run.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Push him back. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green. Over. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Get ready.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Check three. Single receiver. Hey, get ready. Blue Nation.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, now.
On second down, Johnson. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Play clock winding down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be third down. Third down and 3.
Hey.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the
Here we go.
right.
Here we go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. Blues 58. Let's go.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They go to Johnson again. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down after a good game. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Throwing again here, Palmer. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Get ready. Blue 58. Sally 19. Sally 19. Mirror. Mirror. Mirror.
Check.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
So out come the Falcons now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Tight. Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. 319. 319. Mike 58. 58 Mike.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Double tight. Double tight. Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Back now in San Antonio. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And some options here for the offense on second and 2.
Hey, we got 3 down. Now let's go. Blue, Landy. Go, Leopard. Here we go now.
Little motion now from the tight end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looks like the defense getting press coverage here. Back to throw here. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Green, 39.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
3-19.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's what I do. Detroit! All right, here we go.
And the big tight end shifting around.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
No. Patriot!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
We got 3, fellas. Now let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Oh, no, lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Palmer. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. 2 veterans there. Palmer to Fitzgerald. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator was looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Finding his safety valve goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside. That's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. John Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, land it. Right, 58, right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hey, hurry up, here we go. Now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. Shreds the tackle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They run with Ward. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
4 down. Set. Blue landing. Detroit.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Double tight, double tight. Four down. Check. Set,
Again, it'll be Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And he'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Strong left. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Mike, 58. Get Mike. No. Watch it now, Barney. 58, right on. Let me feel you. Watch it now, Barney.
Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
All right, now, Sally 19.
Back to throw. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Tight end left. Zebra. Switch gears. Zebra. 52. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
Mirror. All right, now.
One last shot for Palmer. Finding time. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen.
Nice win, Heavy.
Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.